It's a beautiful summer day for a drive through the gorgeous Wisconsin countryside, and I'm hunting for something to film on the way back to the hotel when around a random corner my eye spotted some old stone ruins flashing past the passenger window. So I threw her in reverse to take another look and found this curious local historical landmark just sitting here, free and open to the public on the side of the road. What a little gem of obscure, intriguing, sanctioned, and sanitized urbex, perfect for a guy like me. And I stumbled upon it, just as described. I really had no idea it was here. This is the Matz Farmstead ruins, or perhaps it's pronounced Mates. And here is a nice, if not terribly comprehensive, historical marker about it. The gist is, 22-year-old German immigrant boy lands in Wisconsin in 1848, marries 22-year-old German immigrant girl, and builds a humble homestead here in 1852. They plow along for about 23 years, minus Mr. Matz's 6-month stint in the Union Army, and built this improved house of local stone around 1875, which ultimately burned to the ground 3/4 of a century later in 1949. What happened here for the next 63 years is a mystery to me I can only imagine, but probably involves drunken teenagers to some degree at some point. The mystery clears up a little in 2012 when the property seemingly came under the care of the Dane County Parks Department, or at least was tourist-proofed a little and opened to the public. After putting in almost no time and painstaking research for answers, I learned the Parks Department has little to say on their website either, other than the questionable fact of the house being constructed in 1907, the same presumed year identified in the photo on the sign. So what's up with that? On site says one thing, online says another, leaving the answer unclear. Are these the ruins of a third house? Is this intact building the original house, or just a barn? Maybe the fun is in the wondering and the pondering. Wondering and pondering about things like, if this is a civic service tourist attraction project, why is there a broken toilet locked in here on display? In a sort of impossible it was installed there for function as intended at any point in history kind of way. And not just coincidentally while I happen to be visiting there either. Several visitor photos indicate it's been there for years. All it needs now is a locked filing cabinet and a sign that reads, "Beware of the leopard." Here it looks like they gave up on a padlock system and resorted to just nailing a 2x4 across the door. Fortunately, a good-sized mouse got in here before, allowing us a peek under the door, and it appears this was never part of the tour. I'm pretty sure I saw that metal tube thing in a photo from 2017. The actual Mates House ruins are cordoned off by a fence and some mowed pathway around it, and I believe they use goats to trim the vegetation around the delicate, crumbling stones. Notice the upper right window opening is barely holding shape, with a bridge of precarious stones in this July 2022 footage, which have since fallen somewhere around late 2023 or early 24 from the various photos I saw, proving gravity and nature are still dismantling and reclaiming the spot the house stood. Luckily I had a flying camera with me, allowing a special closer look at the ruins, with some pretty cool shots if I may say, which I've collected and set to a suitable tune for your gratification. Thank you for watching.